Hello, and welcome to the Knowledge Evolution Project. In this video, we will show you how to use the KnowEvo prototype search interface. As you know, humans were social 100,000 years before Facebook. Throughout the history of our civilization, people made friends and enemies, came together in personal and professional circles, exchanged things and ideas. In other words, we have always lived in a social network. KnowEvo is a set of tools that analyzes and visualizes these social networks of the past and their change over time by mining historical textual data. We think of KnowEvo as Facebook combined with a time machine. Using the KnowEvo interface, you can explore connections, friendships, and influences of important historical personalities. Let's look up Isaac Newton, who lived in the late 1600s and early 1700s. Who were his friends, influences, and peers? And how did his reputation evolve over time as the world marched on? We enter his name in the search box. Several people by that name are found. Let's select the one we are interested in. The first feature we see on this page is the relative importance graph that tracks how Newton's reputation changed over time. In the pre-digital era, when encyclopedias were printed on paper, encyclopedia editors had a limited volume to allocate to each article, and the more important the subject was thought to be, the longer the article was. This graph uses the relative volume dedicated to the encyclopedia article about Isaac Newton, together with other statistical indicators, to measure the importance attributed to him by the encyclopedia editors. Here, we can see that Newton's reputation was at its peak in the 11th edition, which was published in the very beginning of the 20th century, when the edifice of classical physics seemed unassailable. As we look at the current edition of Britannica, most of which was written in the late 1980s, as well as today's Wikipedia, we see that his reputation, relative to other subjects covered in the encyclopedia, has seemed to decline. Now let's move to Newton's lifetime. Here's a list of people who were Newton's friends and acquaintances. Basically, Newton's Facebook page. You can click on each of these names to explore their social connection and reputation. Let's head back to Newton's page. You can also look at the people who influenced Isaac Newton, as well as those who were influenced by him. Here, let's look at those who influenced him. These are the people whose lives predated Newton and whose articles are linked to his. Similarly, we can see those who he influenced. Quite the important character. Now let's look at the map of Newton's social universe using the Visualize Peers feature. Here, you can see Sir Isaac in the center of his social galaxy, with his personal friends and colleagues placed closer to him. Some of his social connections are clustered together, reflecting real-life social and personal circles. Finally, you can look at different groups of people with which Newton is associated according to encyclopedic representation. You can pick a category and see the changes in relative importance of the members of these categories throughout the 17th to 21st century. That's all for this demo of the KnowEvo prototype search interface. Thanks for watching.